Hello, lovelies. Thank you for joining me again. Welcome if you're new. And there's been a few more subscribers, so thank you ever so much for that. And always appreciate the ones that have been here since the beginning. That's absolutely lovely. And I'm doing another set of Halloween nails, and there's parts of it I'm really pleased with and parts of it I'm not. But I've left those bits in because, as you know, we're learning, and I think it pays sometimes to see that things don't go always quite according to plan. Uh, so if it had been for a client, I would have had to file it down and repaint it or put some more stickers on, but you'll see what I mean in a minute. So I've got Eve out, and if you've been watching, you'll have just seen the colour of this. I can't remember what they call it now. It's from Neo, and hang on one second, I'll tell you. It's called Misty Mountain. It's a beautiful sort of mauvey, grapey colour, and then I'm using this. I just got from Amazon one of these elite polishers, and it's like a navy blue with a tiny hint of sparkle in it, although you can't really see that in this. But I'm just going to sponge this onto the top of these nails, which probably would have been more effective if I'd left them matte, but I'm a bit of a bugger for going for glossy nails. So I'm just sponging it on up at the top and a little bit at the bottom, and then I'm going to do some painting on top of this, which I've been meaning to practice for ages, and thought, yes, do it on this one. So I'm using my little dabber that I got from Shein, and I know you can get them all over the place, so that would only have been a couple of pound. And obviously before you go in and cure, make sure that you've cleaned anything off from around the finger from when you're doing sponging and stuff like that. Oh, and these, I wanted to put a moon on it, but I wanted it to have a bit of a glow to it. So I've found these powders out, and I've not done a haul for these yet. I bought them on Amazon, and they were quite good value. But if I do a haul, I'll tell you how much. They won't cost much, knowing me. And they're like a neon yellow and a white. So I'm going to just paint a full moon on, and then I'll show you what I do to get a bit of a hue around the moon, or a bit of a haze. So this is a pale grey, just out of the drawer. Any colour you've got, any brand, whatever. And trying to get a circle is harder than you think. I suppose I could have used a dabber tool, but it'd have to have been a big one to get around like that. So that'll do. Now this little lamp is the one I bought from Shein, and I think it only cost about £3.75, but it's cost me about a fiver to get a lead that fits it. So if you do get one, if you've got a Samsung, I think that's the sort of size that it goes in. I think it's called a C-type to USB lead that I needed. Yeah, so I had to buy that. So that lamp's ended up costing me £8.75 in the end. You don't realise things don't come with leads. So I'm just dabbing on a bit of the white and then a bit of this neon yellow, just to make a bit of a haze. That's it. And nice yellow bit round finger. Yeah. So I think if I'd have left that matte, that would have looked really nice. I'm using Little Heart Look for my palette, because I messed my other one up because I left it under the lamp too long and it cured all the polishes onto it. So I've got to be better behaved with this one and try and wipe it off every time I've used it, instead of putting one colour then another colour and another colour. By the time I got to N1 and wipe that off, first ones had set. So I've decided to go in and give them all a matte coat. Now I did the other three before I did this one because I thought the matte would pull off the pigment. I'm sure it has when I've used pigments before, but it was alright with this. The colour stayed, so I was happy with that. But I wanted the matte because I didn't want to have to top coat and then buff it and make some dust. So I used the velvet matte from Neo so that I can paint on it. Nice smooth surface. And I'm using I've given up on trying to paint with gel polish. I just don't get it very good. So I've got these Born Pretty gel paints. I'm really liking it. So I just want to paint on a little bit of a tree. And this is something I've thought about after as well. In doing the editing, can you see the light shining on the branches? I think what I should have done is got some white and done a very fine line on top of the branches, you know, from the moonlight. I think it would have stood out a lot better, so try and remember for next time. But whenever you're doing anything, you learn from it, don't you? I always think if I don't learn from it, it won't much point doing it, so. Same with this, I'm doing a gravestone with a cross on the top and a little bit of light shining off the top of it. I think would have been nice. Now the intention with this nail was that I was going to put an owl out of the little, I don't know if you can call them stickers because they're like made of paper, but the little details that I got from Shein in the set, and I'll show you what I'm picking out a bit. But I wanted a little owl and they were too big for this design, so I suppose I could have painted one on, but that would have been a bit adventurous. So same in the lamp again. I think it's dead handy to be able to not have to move this hand and move it away and put it under the lamp or bring the lamp across. So when I've done a full set with a matte or a top coat or anything like that, then I do bring the other lamp over and give it a full cure. So this I wanted to be like little hillocks. And I've got a tiny little haunted house that I wanted to sit on the top. And this is where the fun and games starts. I'm just painting a little bit of foliage. So giving that a quick cure, and then I come to put my haunted house in. Now they are flat. Look, I've got spiders and sweets and ghosts and all sorts of things. I did try at one bit about putting a ghost in the graveyard, but it was as big as the gravestone, which is okay, but it would have covered it up. Yeah. So can you see in the little triangle at the bottom there's a cat? But what I was going to do is, I thought, well, it looks like an owl if I cut its tail off, so I was going to put that on, but it was far too big. That's what actually inspired this little graveyard set, to be honest. So, while there's a break in me doing anything, can I just say, I don't usually ask for things apart from, don't forget to click subscribe or whatever, but I'm fast approaching the 500, no, I'll rephrase that, I'm slowly approaching the 500 subs, and what I've had a look at is the analytics, and I'm not doing too bad on views. A lot of people are watching the videos, but I think many are not subscribing because maybe they think it's more involved than it is when you subscribe. But all you're doing is telling YouTube that that's the sort of thing I'm interested in. And you may then, if you click the all button on the bell, you may get sent videos that you're going to want to watch, and it's free. So if you've not subscribed yet, it helps me out enormously if you give it a click. And then if anything comes up, if it's your bag, watch it. And if not, fair enough. That's okay. But if you could click the like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Look, little haunted house. Now, it's a bit flat. So I decided to try and bend it on my finger by squashing it down like this. But I didn't bend it enough. So what it would have been better with is getting a very, like a cocktail stick and rolling the cocktail stick on it. I used to do it with sugar. Put the decal or whatever you want to bend on your finger and then roll your cocktail sticks, kind of push it down into it on the pad of your finger, and then it'll bend it more. Which I do manage to do. I learned from this. And I managed to get it quite flat on the index finger and the pinky. But on this particular one, which was the one I wanted to really stand out because it's on the ring finger, I didn't get them curved enough. So there's quite a lot of faffing here to try and get them to stick to this base coat. But no, she really don't want to lay her wings down. There we go. So if I'd bent it and I'd got it stuck on with the base coat, I wouldn't have had a problem. But watch what I do now. Okay, so I'm making him stay where he is for a start because I'm sick of moving him about. And then I decide, I've seen somebody when they're trying to fix the netting on stuff like this, that they get a bit of cellophane and they hold it over it and they hold it down while they put the lamp on it. Good in theory, except, right, this is base coat I'm popping on. And half of you are probably screaming, you should have done that, or you should have done this. Well, this is what I did and it was rubbish. Right, so I'm holding that down. And I thought that was going to be a really good idea. But, come on, missus. Right, peel it off. No. It looks like the top side of a toffee that you've had too long in your handbag. It looks like it's crystallised or it's creased. It's creased when they wrapped it. So I've tried to smooth it off a little bit and I didn't smooth it enough. And like I said at the beginning, if it had been a client or even to wear myself or one of the kids, I would have had to take it off and take it right down and redo it. I'm not being funny, but it's nearly Halloween and I haven't got this one uploaded yet, so I thought we'd best crack on. Yeah, so can you see? It's got like a toffee surface. But you can see the design. You can see what I was aiming for, and I hope you like them. I could wear these. I've got to be honest, I could wear these myself. Well, if I could wear nails at all. But I love the colour. I just love this colour from Naomi. My daughter picked it for herself. And she's only had it on once. So I thought, well, I'll use some of that then. She normally has nudes. Every time she comes, she picks a nude colour. Look at Grim Reaper. I've managed to curl him properly, look. She goes for nude colours or greys, pale grey, light grey, mid grey, beige. My granddaughter, who is 10, you would think that she would want glitter or stickers or foils, even if it's abstract stuff. But no, the most I've ever managed to get her to do she saw some she fancied that was cow print, so she let me paint some cow print on, bless her. And I think the only other thing she's had is different coloured French, but her nails are so tiny. Each nail is, I keep saying to him, it's more difficult to work on your tiny nails than it is on these big long ones. Now, I wish I'd stayed in frame when I showed you me curling this, because I've curled it around a very tiny, thin paintbrush, and it curled lovely, look. So they're not a problem, these paper things, as long as you curl them properly. So I don't know if any of you has made any plans for Halloween. I hope you have a lovely time. If you're out and about, or get loads of your trick-or-treating. And the next sets I suppose I'll be doing will be maybe a few more autumn leaves, and then we'll be on to Christmas. I've actually bought 2 Christmas presents, but can't tell you what they are. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing some Christmas sets. So what would you have had these? Let me know, gloss or matte. I think I would have gone for matte now, looking at them again. But thank you all for joining me again. I absolutely love you loads, and thanks for commenting. I appreciate every single one of them. Take care. See you soon. Bye.